guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a great day. So in today's video, we're going to be testing out another affordable drugstore foundation on oily skin, and this one's actually specifically for oily skin. So in today's video, we're going to be doing a review, demo and wear test of the LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation. Now this has been really highly requested. This is a very popular foundation. There's heaps of 5-star reviews on the website. Everyone's raving on about it. It's not necessarily like a new release. This one has been out for about 1.5 to 2 years, I think. But they did recently expand the shade range. So it now comes in 24 shades. And I'm just having a little look at the swatches on the website. It's a much better color spectrum than it was before. So that is fantastic to see. This foundation is $10, so it's really affordable. And it promises a lot. So medium to full coverage, smooth, long wear, suede finish. It's meant to blur the pores. It's meant to give you a really beautiful soft focus effect, and it has got some skincare ingredients in it as well to help hydrate and look after the skin while you're wearing it. There's a lot going on for such a cheap price, so I'm really excited to test this out. I've had so many requests to test this one, so we are finally going to be testing it out today, and I hope, fingers crossed, that we get some really good results out of this one. So as per all of my usual foundation reviews, I'm going to show you close-up application, what it looks like, put the rest of my makeup, show you what it looks like, and then we're going to be doing check-ins throughout the day. I'll zoom you in super nice and close so you can see literally everything, and then we'll see what it's looking like, because I am oily. We all know that Nikkia is an oily beast, so we'll see how she holds up. So yeah, I hope that you are interested in seeing that. If you are, please stick around, and obviously if you are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my new uploads. Let's do this. So on their website, it says that it's their best-selling foundation ever. Like I said, soft and suede-like finish. Will have you covered in shine-free all day long. The creamy liquid formula provides smooth and buildable coverage for both day and nighttime wear, minimizes the appearance of pores and fine lines for an even soft focus effect. And like I said, it's got vitamin E, it's got a bit of skincare in it, so vitamin E, B5 and sunflower oil. Now, like I said, the reviews, 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. Like everybody raves on about it, says that it's like their favorite foundation ever. That makes me feel pretty damn excited to try this. So like I said, $10 on this one. You can purchase it internationally off Beauty Bay and a couple of other websites. I will pop all the links and stuff down below. You get 30 ml of product in this one. It actually comes in a really quite nice glass bottle. It feels really luxe. It feels quite heavy, which is good to see, especially for that price. Like, it's insanely cheap. And then a black cap at the top, and then we have a little like pump sort of applicator thingy there. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I think you should need to know about the foundation. Let's get into actually applying this. Now, I've already primed this side of my face. I always do this in my foundation reviews because it's just the best way to see truly how products really do perform. So on this side, I've just got my normal skincare, and then on this side, I have got my usual fave, the Hourglass Mineral Veil. Oh, it feels so soft. Ooh. And the shade that I'm going to be using is Sandy Beige. So hopefully this is a good match for me. For reference, for any of you who are wondering, or if you are new here, usually I match pretty dang perfectly to MAC NC30. Ooh, sheer thick formula. The pump is kind of annoying. It doesn't dispense much product. Like, I've had to pump it what feels like 1,000,000 times just to get a small amount of the foundation out. It is very thick though. Can you see it sort of sitting on the back of my hand there? It has a little bit of a scent to it. Let's go straight in and see what it's like. Oh, okay, yeah. It's definitely got a really moussey, quite thick formula. Let's try on the primed side first. I am using one of our Gerard Cosmetics Pro Plus Perfecting Sponges to apply this, but I am going to be testing it with a brush as well, just to see how it goes. So straight up, the coverage is fairly insane. Like, that is covering up all of those little breakout spots, all of those areas of redness. And surprisingly, even though it's such a thick formula, it does actually feel quite lightweight on the skin. Curious to see how this goes during the day, because sometimes I find foundations like this that have like a really thick formula. You get to, I don't know, lunchtime, and it just starts to go really cakey and awful. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see. But look at the coverage. Look how quickly and easily it covered up that redness there. Definitely medium to full coverage. And for me, I wouldn't need to build it up. Like, for me personally, for where my skin is at the minute, I think this is more than enough coverage. Okay, switching over to a brush now to see what kind of results we get with this. Still on the primed side. just going to start sort of stippling that. Because it is sort of so thick, it doesn't spread as easily with a foundation brush. Like, I'm still getting it to spread, but it's definitely a lot more sort of seamless with a sponge, I would say. So that is what the primed side is looking like there. It honestly looks beautiful and smooth. I definitely feel like it's really reduced the appearance of those pores. It looks kind of like blurred out and soft. It looks really, like, so far this is looking really, really good. So we're going to move on to the unprimed side now, see if we get like a different result. I washed this sponge with my Dr. Bonner's like lavender soap. Oh, now it smells like it. It smells so good while I'm using it. I am going to say as well, colour match is pretty accurate. Obviously, it will be very interesting to see if it does oxidize during the day though. All right, so I have used up all of that product from the back of my hand. Another fluke, it really was like the perfect amount. It's covered up absolutely everything. So I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can really see what it is looking like on my skin and we can see what we think. I do feel like it's kind of settling into the pores, like just on the sides of my nose. A lot of products do that though. Like, it's definitely not that uncommon. All right, so here is my skin close up. I honestly think that it just looks beautiful and smooth. It feels very, very lightweight. It's got a sort of soft, velvety, matte kind of a finish. But at the same time, even though it is so soft and matte, like, you probably even, like, if you weren't that oily, you could probably nearly get away with not powdering this one. I certainly couldn't. I feel like it would be a hot mess. I mean, it always is with me. But even though it does feel so soft and matte, I do still feel like there's a little bit of life in my skin. It's not like too crazy matte where you end up, you know, just looking like fake, like not like skin anymore. It honestly looks really, really nice. So I'll move in even closer. Ooh, don't knock that off. Here is the side without the primer. So chin, cheeks. I feel like I did fix it on the side of my nose there. It's looking a little bit better. Forehead. I honestly, like, from how good this is looking right now, how is this $10? How is this $10? I don't even think I can see a big difference between the primed side and the non-primed side. They both look beautiful and smooth. Then this is the primed side. So chin, cheeks, hello, and forehead. So obviously, you know, you can definitely still see texture. You can definitely still see pores. There's no product out there that's completely going to eliminate that. That's just the nature of being a human. Okay? But it's definitely not settling into my pores. It's definitely not emphasizing them. And I do feel like the skin looks really nice and smoothed out. It honestly just feels so ridiculously lightweight too. Like, I'm not even wearing a foundation. It's really amazing. And there's no stickiness. It's like a velvety matte finish. So yeah, so far, very, very, very impressed. What I'm going to do now is go ahead and apply the rest of my makeup. I'll do that off camera. I'll come back and show you, you know, kind of what it looks like. I'll pop a little bit of concealer under my eyes. I'll powder everything, you know, the whole works, and we'll see what it's looking like at that point, and then we're going to start our check-ins. But for $10 right now, I am feeling very, very impressed. So far, so good. All right, guys, so I have the rest of my makeup on, and honestly, this foundation is still looking literally perfect. Like, smooth skin, still no emphasis on the pores. Was very, very easy. I just popped a little bit of concealer underneath my eyes and on the end of my nose. Very easy to blend out stuff on top of it. Powdered down absolutely beautifully. Bronzer and everything blended out really, really well on it. I just honestly think it is looking so, so nice. This is $10 foundation. I feel like we need to repeat that. $10. So I'm going to zoom you in, show you my skin nice and close up again, just so you know what's going on. So here we have the side that is unprimed. So this is just like skincare, like I said. It is so smooth. There's no caking or separating or anything. Still isn't emphasizing any pores. Here's my forehead, side of my nose, chin. It just looks so smooth and beautiful, and it still feels like so incredibly lightweight. It really doesn't even feel like I'm wearing, like, this is like full coverage for me. It does not feel like full coverage. It's honestly really, really nice. And then this is the side with the primer. So cheek, side of nose, forehead, chin. it honestly looks stunning. I am really happy with how this is looking so far. So let's start our check-ins now. I'm going to come back in about 6 hours or 7 hours, and then I'll be back later on tonight when I'm ready to take my makeup off. We'll probably be wearing this one for about 13, 14 hours. So I feel like that'll be a really good amount of time to actually put it through its paces and see how it goes. But like, honestly, if it still looks this nice tonight, I'll do a backflip down the stairs. Like, this is freaking amazing. $10. You're kidding me, right? All right, guys. So I am here with my 7.5 hour check-in, and honestly, I cannot believe how good this foundation is looking. So firstly, worthy mention, still incredibly smooth on my skin. It's still not emphasizing pores, texture, fine lines. It's still not settling into anything. Like, it honestly just looks so smooth and velvety. Still feels incredibly lightweight. Like, I've been wearing this now for, you know, over 7, well, it's probably actually nearly 8 hours. Like, if you include the time, you know, that I was putting the rest of my makeup on. And look, I was messing around, okay? I was. It still honestly feels super light on my skin. Like, I don't feel like I'm wearing heaps and heaps of makeup. My skin still feels like it can breathe really well. So that's really awesome. And thirdly, I have minimal shine coming through. I've got, like, my oils have definitely come through, and I feel like if anything, they've just smoothed this foundation out even further. They've made it look even like more natural, even more sort of soft on the skin, and I've got like the tiniest little bit of a glow, but honestly hardly any shine, hardly any oil. I can't believe how good this is looking. So here is my skin nice and close up. I think this is beautiful, and I'm still like, how on earth is this only $10? So there's no caking, no separation of the product at all. It's not like creasing into my smile lines or anything. It just looks absolutely beautiful. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments how you think this is looking on my skin, how you think it's going so far. I honestly am having a pinch me moment because I'm looking at my skin in the mirror. I have no need to reach for powder. I have no need to touch up, no transferring of the product absolutely anywhere, and no caking. So far things are going so well. I will see you guys again in about another 6-7-ish hours. And honestly, if this is still looking this good then, well, next round's on me. All right, guys, so we are back with our final check-in for the day, and I'm not gonna lie, I look kind of exhausted. It's been a really busy, long day. But as far as this foundation is concerned, wow, this stuff is incredibly impressive. So still, like, obviously, as you can tell, I have had a little bit of oil, quite a lot of oil come through. My skin is certainly looking very dewy, very glowy. I've got quite a bit of oil through the T-zone now, sort of on the sides of my nose, around on my chin. Not too bad on my forehead, actually, but despite the fact that that oil has come through and that things are looking a little bit shiny now, this foundation has still held up really well. I'll zoom you in so you can see what I mean. So even though we've had all of that oil come through, we still don't have any caking. We still don't have any separation or splitting of the foundation. Normally what happens is, you know, as my oils come through during the day, it usually splits the foundation up on the areas of my face that move the most. For me, I'm a chatterbox, so it's usually around my mouth here, kind of underneath here on my jawline, and I do get like a little bit sometimes up here on my forehead, and sometimes down the sides of my cheeks here as well. This foundation has not split or separated at all. It hasn't gotten cakey, but even though I have got this sort of glow going on, it just, I don't know, I feel like I look healthy. I feel like it's not, you know, it looks really freakishly good, considering I am actually so shocked at how well this foundation has held up. Like, how something that is so affordable has a better formula than 95% of high-end foundations. How does that work? Haven't got any settling into pores, haven't got any settling into fine lines. I still feel like overall it still looks very airbrushed. I haven't had any areas of foundation transfer off of my face, sort of, you know, areas where I lean on it or anything. Nothing has faded or transferred off my nose. I don't have any redness peeking through. This is seriously shocking, you guys. I am genuinely incredibly impressed by this. I'm just going to to take my sponge that I used earlier on in the day to actually apply the foundation and powder and everything. And I'm just going to see what happens if I mop up a little of this oil. And we're going to see. Oh my gosh, it's doing a brilliant job. I do touch up like this half of the time. The sponge sort of just absorbs like a little of that excess oil on top, and it stops your foundation getting cakey. And usually if you do this, you can avoid actually having to repowder. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. It literally looks fresh again. LA girl, how have I not tried this formula earlier? This stuff is absolutely freaking insane, and I honestly think this foundation is going to make it into my holy grail foundations. Like, it still feels so lightweight, like it doesn't feel really heavy on the skin. It stayed that beautiful powdery velvety kind of finish throughout the day. No creasing, no settling, no separating, no transferring, blurs the skin, airbrushes the pores. Like, absolutely, I cannot fault this. I truly, truly cannot fault this. And even when those oils came through, it still looked, I still felt like my skin looked really, really nice and touches up amazingly. Like, can you ask for more than that? I honestly don't think that you can. So safe to say, as an overall, huge thumbs up for this one, guys. Double thumbs up. If I had 3 hands, it would get 3 thumbs up. I think that this is absolutely phenomenal. You've seen the results here on my skin today. You've seen what it looks like. You've seen how it's worn. You've seen what happened when the oils came through. Overall, I mean, price, it's so affordable. The packaging is lovely. I just think this is an absolute banger of a product. I'm so excited to continue testing this. I didn't feel that it really oxidized at all. I did take flash photography and there was no flashback. The only thing that will be interesting, because it is more of like an affordable formula, I haven't really looked too closely at what is in here. But it's going to be interesting to see if I do break out using this one. So I am going to continue using it over the next couple of days. And if I do notice anything funky going on with my skin, like, you know, breaking out or reacting to it or just weird things happening, I will absolutely update you guys down below. But this is this is heaven sent. This stuff is amazing and I totally recommend it based on our first impressions. So there you go, guys. Those are all of my thoughts on the LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation. I'm truly kicking myself for not testing it out earlier. But as always, I would love to know what you think. How do you think it looks on my skin? Have you tried the product? How does it go on your skin? I want to know absolutely everything. And of course, as always, if there are any other products that you guys are really wanting to see reviewed, you've got any requests for anything, please make sure to pop them down in the comment section down below. I always read the comments. I always reply to absolutely as many as I can. So let me know what else you want to see. And I don't know, if you've got like a particular video idea that you want to see done, let me know that too. But like, oh, I just feel so excited to have found another affordable product that is awesome. My favorite thing ever. Literally my favorite thing ever. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will catch you all in my next one.